Hi, thank you for your question. So for those who are new, I'm a trans man. My name's MJ. I was on testosterone for about 3 years. My liver started to fail, and I ended up having to go off. So maybe I should rephrase that. I never really had to go off. A doctor never told me, like, we're going to refuse to fill your T prescription. It was just that it came with much more risk and much more hassle, much more monitoring, much more appointments. I made the decision that that's just not safe after trial and error so many times, seeing that my liver still wasn't doing well on it. Um, it just, in my opinion, was not a good idea. Well, I think factually it was probably not a good idea at that point. A lot of people ask me, like, did I have underlying liver issues? No, not really. I have like mild fatty liver, but no physician, and I've seen quite a bit, has like ever told me that was related. It's always been directly correlated to the testosterone. Not only that, but whenever I would like lower my dose or go off, my liver would respond accordingly. Like, say my dose was lowered, my enzymes would lower a little bit. If I went completely off, it would eventually heal and my enzymes would be back to normal. I do get reached out to actually by other trans men who did experience what I was going through, or who are now. And back when I was facing it, I only knew like one or two, and I didn't even know them personally. I just knew of them, trans men that went through similar scenarios with their liver enzymes, but now I definitely get reached out more. So while I still do believe that it's rare, I'm not a doctor. I believe it's rare, but it does happen. I'm not the only one. Realistically, if I wanted to go back on T, I absolutely could. It's just, I just personally don't feel that it's safe. And I used to always say, it's because I have a kid and I'm a parent, I need to live a long life for Roman, and that is absolutely true. However, even just me alone, like I'm a person who is worth living life. And when I did have to go off, the majority of trans men I knew were supportive towards me. Most of my friends are trans men. My husband's a trans man, like most of them were very supportive. However, there were one or two, one was one of my best friends at the time, who were very dismissive, as in, like, I should have just stayed on and took the risk. If I really experienced dysphoria, I would have risked death. It doesn't matter. And that's so toxic, honestly. That is so, the trans mass community is so fucking toxic sometimes. I made the decision that to me it was worth it to live a long life and to find a way to make the best out of the situation, and I've done a really good job. But realistically, I could start back on T at any time. I just don't think it's worth the risk.